oxytocin. Let's talk about dancing, and then let's talk about sex. It's gonna sound a little witchy. Looked like something had given birth inside it. Arguing over it was that, it was this, it was a fucking bat, someone fucked a bat, someone ate a bat, someone enjoyed some bat pie. I'm not feeling particularly well. Long form video on some things, but there's a lot of women out there struggling. I don't even want to make this video about weight loss. I want to make it about allowing your body to become its best, just its best vessel, because clarity and mental clarity will definitely improve your overall mental health. And it seems like, I don't want to be rude here, but it seems like you're all struggling. And I would say to you, if I was going to improve it, the first thing I would do is I would start my day the right way. You can be sick all the time and be on antibiotics and all that sort of crap, and you'll feel terrible, right? Because it kills everything. Everyone knows this, but you still need antibiotics. We need a world that has it. There's a reason why it exists. But if your health is failing and you just feel like you're dying all the time, I'm here to tell you that you're not alone. Like, you're not alone. People don't want to complain about it. People don't want to talk about it because there's so much stigma. Did I get it? Did I not get the jab? They can't admit it if they did get it, that they don't feel well. So if you're complaining about a sore throat, constantly inflamed, just inflamed lymph nodes, like, do you know what I mean? Like your lymphatic areas are like full on and just swollen. You're probably still fighting a nasty version of bat soup. And bat soup is pretty dangerous. It can kill people, and people still act like it doesn't even matter, and it does. And it's not just fear. It's not just in our heads. I think people have had 5 years to kind of assess the situation and go, yeah, I think they're a little dead. I think that maybe the vaccine wasn't a good idea, but we'll never know. We can also assess that maybe the virus was real. Maybe it's not the shot. Maybe it was just the virus in the first place. Does it really matter? Not really. Arguing over it was that, it was this, it was a fucking bat, someone fucked a bat, someone ate a bat, someone enjoyed some bat pie, someone cooked it up in a lab. Who the fuck? No one cares. No one fucking cares. No one fucking cares, but when they're sick, they go around everywhere coughing, sneezing, puking, whatever. It's cool. Cool to spread whatever shit you have. There are other viruses, and we have really seen an increase of them shooting up even animals. Recently, I heard they vaccinated pigs. Okay, if you're like a hypochondriac, don't watch me, so I will make you go fucking insane. Seriously, they were vaccinating pigs, sheep, and I believe cows? Yeah, they were vaccinating cows with some sort of like, look on my past videos, it's in one of my shorts. I did a short on it. It was a news article. Make sure they love the cows and, give the cows some, just ignore it. My kids are happy and they were going to give the cows some happy jab. I wondered why I was feeling sick every time I ate steak. So in this video, we're going to dissect and we're going to help each other. And comment below your best tips for your health journey, like what helped you, and we can all help each other down below. Please do not mention things that are dangerous though. Only mention things that are considered pretty safe, okay? Because we're not doctors, and remember that. I'm not a doctor. You should check with your doctor everything I say here. So the first thing I'm going to say is in teacher mode. The first health and wellness tip for you is going to be to dance. And you're going to look at me and be like, I'm going to feel better because I'm going to go dance. Are you insane, Eloise? Why should I listen to you telling me to dance? That sounds stupid because, I'm not feeling particularly well. Well, okay, you're not feeling well, but I bet you there's like 2 days a month you can dance. On those 2 days, I want you to dance because it will anything that will up your not dopamine, let's call it oxytocin, because I hate the word dopamine. Ugh, it's so dopey. Let's talk about oxytocin. Let's talk about dancing, and then let's talk about sex. What you want to do is you want to up your sex levels. Yes, I'm actually, that's my first bit of advice for you on this video. You want to be having a lot of sex. Yeah, please don't take that as an invitation to cheat or be dishonorable. Please have sex with your partner or your husband or whatever you want to call him. Dancing, and you may lead to that. You could do a little dance for him and then you could have the sex. The next thing I want you to do is go for a run. Now, maybe you only run once every 2 weeks. Maybe it's once a week. Maybe once every 3 days. It's not so much about how often, because if our body is so ill all the time, you want to be very gentle. Maybe you only do it every 3rd week. Go for a run. Enjoy it. Just make sure it's fun. Like, if you like to dance. If you like to run. This is physical activity. Some people go sit in a sauna to really heat their body, but if you go for a run, you're literally heating yourself up. It's science. You're heating your blood. You're heating everything in your body. You're made of water. The water is heating. The water inside you. You have water inside you. Don't act like you don't. Alright, so we've got sex, dance, run. The thing I'm going to say is clean. Yes, your house is probably disgusting. I'm not going to announce who this is, but I know a lady in her 60s who doesn't clean. She hasn't cleaned for years. For 5 years, she hasn't picked up a vacuum. Not once. Not once did she pick up a vacuum. She spends all her time outside. That's another tip I'm going to give you. Clean your house, yes, because if you're that person like her and you're not going out, if you're just outside all the time, but you don't vacuum your house and everything's just so gross in there and you are avoiding it like the plague and you just go outside to avoid it, that's stupid. Okay, fix your house, you'll feel better. Just focus on bacteria. Don't go chucking shit out. That's not what you need to do. What you need to do is clean. You need to do minimalism. You just need to clean your house. That's it. Another thing is this is really important, really important. Stay inside. Yes, the air is toxic these days, especially if you live in a city. Oh, fresh air. Fuck you. It's not fresh. Are you not convinced? There's a right level of fresh air. If you're always outside, that's equally as bad as always being inside. The sun is damaging. Stay inside. Stop damaging your beautiful skin. Become a vampire like me. Stay inside. If you want to go outside, wear hats and wear long protective sleeves. Now, this one is really important. This bit of advice is really important. Green tea. Green tea for your inflammation, for your mouth health, oral health. Really good for you. First thing in the morning, brew 2 bags of green tea. Don't care how you do it on the stove, do it in a cup with hot water, let it sit with something over it, let it infuse, drink it. Have vinegar, but here's the important part. I went to Aldi Right this week and their vinegar was foul. It looked like something had given birth inside it. It looked like alien meats. It looked like a sack of the mother had formed a sack and it looked foul and it was all stringy. It looked like a bunch of worms tried to grow inside it. Anyway, I wouldn't be having apple cider vinegar with the mother in it anymore. Avoid it like the plague. I think you should be having is white vinegar, but be careful how much you have. I would say a teaspoon into your water in the morning, first thing in the morning, just a tiny bit, because the full version of white vinegar is acetic acid, and acetic acid is pretty powerful. And white vinegar, I believe, is 5%, so 5% is still pretty strong. So proceed with caution. But the other thing is something called diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth, if you have not heard of it, you really need to get onto this. Diatomaceous earth is fossilized diatoms, and they are really old. They're fossils. Fossilized diatoms. Look it up. There's two versions. One is a pool cleaner, and it pulls out, and it filters. It's a filter. They use it in pools. So don't get that grade. That is for like your pool grade. You want food grade. You want food grade diatomaceous earth. Diatomaceous earth is somewhat similar to bentonite clay, so it will not. It's not toxic. You can have it when you're pregnant. So I had it with I had it pregnant with my tallest baby out. It's just good for you. Every time I've ever done cleanses with it, I've felt healthier. And if you ever have a child or an adult even that doesn't have a good appetite, it is a really safe killing apparatus for viruses. I mean, it mentioned viruses and parasites and things like that, and obviously the two are connected. If you have one, you usually have the other. Bacteria, viruses, and parasites, they kind of like create their own little ecosystems inside your body, and they kind of like what is helpful to get rid of them isn't so much just going low sugar, because that's not good for you either. So if I was going to say my best tip for you, it would be diatomaceous earth. You probably won't listen to me though. Here on my channel, you might want to listen to me. I'm not full of it. I do know what I'm talking about. I'm still alive, aren't I? But yeah, so diatomaceous earth. Another thing would be getting herbs and making tea, or like making infusions. It's going to sound a little witchy. I'm not a witch, obviously, I'm just a bitch. But you could possibly boil your Artemisia annua. Artemisia annua is sweet wormwood. You could boil that on a stove with like cloves, whole cloves, in water with a bit of apple, and you could make that as like a beverage for stomach pain. If you have stomach pain or diarrhea, I would drink that. If you have constipation, I would also drink it. Prunes are so underrated. Get some prunes. Sauerkraut is good for you too, but if you already have a low immune system, I wouldn't do it. But if you have a strong one and you're already coming out of the woods, maybe try tiny amounts of it. You don't actually need that much. Think German sausages in a bread bun with like a little bit of sauerkraut. Butter. Oh gosh, don't get me started on this tip. Holy crap, the power of butter. Butter me up. So on this book I've written something about butter, is that you need to up it hard. And by hard I mean like a couple of tablespoons a day is like your minimum. You're allowed to have like 3 though. I reckon 3 is a good amount, but you probably aren't having that. That's the issue, is most people don't even understand that butter is good for you. If you're spreading your bread, or your bread's probably crap, you're probably buying crappy bread. If you're like me and you can't bake bread, you're probably buying shitty bread. And you know, I wouldn't say that that's the biggest issue. It's probably fine as long as you anyway, my point is with the bread, it's about popping butter on. Bread isn't dangerous for you if you didn't make it from scratch, but what is dangerous is if you put all the effort into baking like a fresh loaf of bread, but you're still putting like plant sterols on it. If you're putting plant sterols, if you're watching me and you're still putting plant sterols on your bread, or you're putting an olive oil spread on your bread and you think that's healthy, it's not. I'm so sorry, but olive oil is actually toxic to some people. Some people can't have olive oil. I hate having to say this to people, but I've never seen someone that consumes olive oil looking as healthy as a person that's having butter. There was no mention of olive oil in the 1800s. Documents that I've been reading documents on ships, and these are the people that built countries up, and it didn't seem to mention olive oil, and there didn't seem to be so many health issues. So they say, take your olive oil so you won't have health issues. But honestly, it is connected. They say it reduces stroke risk, but I'm here to tell you, maybe you should just stick to butter. I always feel sick when I have olive oil, like immediately. I feel pretty ill. So if you were going to take any advice from me, I would say have butter and have quite a bit of it. Have as much as you feel like you want to eat. Your body is not stupid. White vinegar, eat white foods. Brown bread is an essential, guys. I think they looked into it, and there's a funny Billy Connolly, like, does stand-up comedy, and he made fun of this, that you may live 2 weeks longer. You should look up his last stand-up when he was basically shaking on stage a little bit because, you know, Parkinson's. And he even went into detail and said, well, you may live 2 weeks longer. You're going to tell me to stop eating my white bread. Shut up. It's not going to do anything. Eat your white foods and enjoy coffee. Coffee is huge. People are going through about a pound a week, you know? That's fine. That's for one person. That was their rations. So, you know, coffee's fine. And room temperature water. Yeah, I can't think of anything else that could be more useful to you. Let's have a little look. Oh no, this is books on cybersecurity. But for now, I'd say that's all my health tips. Wait. Have we got anything else? Oh yeah, learn a skill. Yeah, just learn skills, do more reading. Actually, that is pretty much probably a better idea than, because health and wellness is your brain too. So yeah, read a book, find something you're interested in, find something that you're passionate about and read it, and just read it. Yep, that's it. Anyway, feel better, guys. Hopefully you found something useful that I've said. Another thing is, don't take vitamin C. Like, I don't know why people are still taking vitamin C. Don't need it. It's so bad for you. If you want vitamin C, there's fruits and there's fruit. You got fruit. It's there for a reason. It's vitamin C in carrot, tomatoes, capsicum. I would say be careful that you don't have them on their own. Make sure that you have something rich in calcium with it, because, don't be avoiding milk. I hate that. Oh yeah, my biggest health tip, the Hindus praise the cows. The cow is like their god, you know, Hinduism, look it up. Pray to the cow. Stop cutting out dairy and stop popularizing removing dairy. Dairy is good. It's just what they add to it. It's annoying, but, you know, tell me where I can buy milk without shit in it, you know? They're adding vitamin D to it, which is obviously toxic and built in your bloodstream, but that's fine. That's a separate topic altogether, but I wouldn't remove it, you know? I would still have it, because the other nutrients, you know, just a little bit of everything, you know, a little bit of poison won't kill you. I don't like that they add vitamin D to spreads. I don't like that they add toxic vitamin D to the milk. Like, the milk didn't need that added, honestly. I hate it when they add synthetic shit to stuff, and it's like, ugh. But, you know, can't get away from it. You know, you can drink the milk. It's still got good nutrition. Like, there's still stuff in it. Like, my kids love milk, and, you know, it's really hard to give it up. We go through so much milk. It's not funny. Like, I'll literally go through 30 litres a week. That's, maybe 27 litres a week. Keep in mind there's 6 of us, and 3 of us are over the age of 15. Yeah, so you got 2 adults and a 15-year-old. People always look at me at the shops. I'm like, I have like all my milk, and they're looking at me and judging me, and I'm like, are you upset that I can buy that much milk, or are you like, do you want some? Just ask me. Ask me why I have that much milk. Don't be like looking at me and giving me the evils. Anyway, that's a separate topic. Do people do that? Comment below. Do people do that to you? Like, when you're at the shops, do they like look at you when you're like buying food? They're like, oh, how dare you be able to afford that? You must be privileged. No, I'm just frugal. I only buy food